Hi everybody, it's Jillian here with KoalaTeachers.com. Yes, that's right, I'm not saying OnceuponATimeFitness.com anymore, I'm saying Koala Teachers, because if you saw my last announcement in like 2 videos ago, I had mentioned that we opened up a shop, and this is for teachers who have curriculum or authors who have ebooks, things that teachers can use online in their classrooms for commercial purposes, so teachers that are actually making a profit off of the things without having to worry about lawsuits. I am so excited about this. We have had a few authors that opened up their shops, and some other people are getting ready to put some things in there. If you are interested in selling on Koala Teachers, just go to the link in the description box below and fill out your profile. I will shoot you over an email with instructions on how to get started. So a few weeks ago, I interviewed with a new company. It's another ESL company, and I was really excited about it. I'm not entirely sure. I think I'm a palefish for lifer. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to do it, but the contract itself was really good. I wrote some key notes down here on this piece of paper that has been sitting here for like 2 weeks, so I could review the contract with you. I have had so many teachers messaging me and commenting and saying, hey, can you let us know what the contract said? So I'm gonna go over some of those with you today, because I know that it is something that a lot of people really want. So if you're not familiar with this channel, here I talk about different ways that you can make money online, and I really focus in on earning an income as an online teacher, because that's what I've been doing since 2018. It's how I got out of debt, it's how I bought my home, it's how I bought my car, it's how I support my family. So this is something that is very near and dear to my heart. If you haven't clicked subscribe already, make sure you click the subscribe button, and hopefully I can help you with whatever it is for your own teaching needs. Okay, so you're gonna see me looking down at this paper, which means you'll see my lazy eye. It's actually that one. You'll see my lazy eye, don't judge me. But I wanted to review this contract with you. So the first thing is you have to teach a minimum of 8 classes per week in peak hours. So peak hours are the same with every other company. Beijing time, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, and then Beijing time again, 8:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. For Eastern Standard Time, just change the a.m.s to p.m.s. And those are Saturdays and Sundays. You will receive class bookings at least 24 hours in advance, but you can also receive substitute classes within 24 hours, and you can accept or deny them. Those are basically like Palefish pop-ups or like VIP Kid short notice classes. You're going to be teaching a group of students, and these group of students are going to stay with you for a set amount of time. So because of that, you have a 6-month contract, and you're going to be staying with the kids for a term. Usually there's 2 terms in each contract. They can terminate you without cause with 30 days written notice. So they're not just gonna let you go and say, hey, we're letting you go. It's in the contract. They have to give you written notice 30 days. With cause, they can terminate you at any point in time. And they can terminate you for 2 or more no-shows per term, 4 or more cancellations per term, or 3 or more cancellations in 1 month. However, they do have a reasonable excuse list with evidence, so you can say, hey, I have this excuse for, you know, not coming to class today or for canceling, and here is my doctor's note, or here is whatever. So the lists of excuses that they have in the contract say earthquake, fire, other acts of God, riots, war, terrorism, sudden electricity outage, serious illness, traffic accidents, and any other reason or event at the company's discretion. So I thought that that was really nice. Really nice perk of this company is that they will allow you to cancel classes in the event of an emergency. And it appears, and maybe someone who actually works for Blingabc that might be watching this, it appears that they don't give you too much of a hassle for it, but again, I'm just reading off a piece of paper. They can also terminate you for not keeping 8 classes a week available. The classes are 40 minutes long, and then you have like a 20-minute break in between, but it's not really a 20-minute break because part of that is for feedback. You have like 20 minutes to take a break in between each class and do your feedback. They can terminate you if you are convicted of a crime or you do something that can jeopardize the company's image. If they find out that you lied in your application, or if there's a change in the law where you live. So they specifically put in there moving to California, but somebody in my orientation was from California, so I'm not quite sure how strict they are on that. You have 48 hours to submit your feedback for classes. There is no penalty for late feedback, but it can affect your performance. And I can go into that a little bit later, what I'm talking about for that. That affecting your performance means affecting your future pay. But yeah, 48 hours, and it pops up right after class. Which honestly, if you have like 6 students in a class, you don't want to wait 48 hours because you're not going to remember what to say for each student or what you taught, especially if you had multiple classes since then. So the pay rate that I was given, and I'll show the pay chart here so you can see what it looks like. It's insane. Like, it's insane. But my beginning pay rate is $24 an hour. So that breaks down to $16 a class because your classes are only 40 minutes. Saturday and Sunday classes, you get an extra $3 per class, so that's $19 per class. Substitute classes, you get an extra $3 per class, so that's $19 per class. You can't take the weekend and the sub bonus at the same time. And then you get perfect attendance, which is $2 per class, so that would make that $18 a class. And then for your weekend, first 6 perfect attendance months, on those weekends you get $5 extra per class. That does add up with your Saturday and Sunday classes. So you've got $24 an hour. Hold on, what am I doing here? Okay, so you've got $19 a class plus your $5 perfect attendance, which means no cancellations, no lates, no no-shows. That's $24 a class. It equals out to be $36 an hour. For large groups, which are 12 plus students, you get an extra $6 per class. Again, you can only take 2 bonuses at a time, so I think that you don't get your Saturday, Sunday class. So you get your $6 on the, like if it's the weekend, you would get $6 plus $5 for perfect attendance. You are paid for your training. They don't pay you the full hourly rate for training, but they give you 2/3 of your hourly rate. And this is for your orientation and your onboard training. They direct deposit every month between the 10th and the 15th of each month, and they give you an extra $12 to offset any potential transfer fees. You can cancel 48 hours prior to class. And for student no-shows, a student no-show, you wait for 8 minutes, then you contact Blingabc, and they have this really cool thing, like it's on an app, it's like WeChat, it's called Ding Talk. And you can notify them in there. They have these contacts in there, and apparently, from what they tell me anyways, they get back to you right away and they'll walk you through any tech problems or any issues that you're having in the classroom. Like they come, like they'll fix it right away. So no shows, you're gonna wait for 8 minutes, contact Blingabc through Ding Talk. And if after 8 minutes there still are no students, you can leave without penalty and you get full pay. So if it was a student no-show, and that would mean that like 6 kids, potentially 12 kids, would have to not show up to class. I'm assuming that doesn't happen very often. But if it did, you would work for 8 minutes and get paid for 40. The one thing that I was very impressed by, actually I was impressed by a couple of things. The one thing that I was very impressed by was their pay schedule. So you can potentially make a lot on Blingabc. I don't know how easy it is to actually get these raises that they advertise. It goes off of a credit score. So there are some things that are weighted on your credit score, and they watch your classes, they take your interview into consideration. No, they take your first classes into consideration. They evaluate you, they go over your reviews and parent feedback, and they have a QA team that goes in and evaluates you. Your pay can go up or down, but it's based off of this, it's essentially a credit score. So I thought that was kind of cool. It's kind of like how your points at Palfish set up or reset every month, but it is a little different because more things go into it, more things rather than just how many classes you taught go into it. And I guess with it being a credit score, it's probably a little bit harder to take all that into consideration. So take that as you like, either a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not entirely sure. I don't work for them, so I don't know. The other thing that I thought was really cool, I got a really good impression from them from the orientation. So when I went into my orientation, it was me and I think there were 5 people all together in there, so me and 4 other people. And they really just broke down everything, like how they expect you to teach, how to navigate the online classroom, the different kinds of classes, the different structures in classes. And it was really just like an intensive, like in the classroom training session. They showed us how the games work. It was pretty cool. Now, at one point in time, one of the teacher's dogs started barking, and she was like, oh my God, she was so embarrassed because here we are in orientation about to get hired. Like, they could have cut her off right then and be like, dude, you can't keep your dog under control, get out of here. And I feel like a lot of companies would have made her redo that. Maybe they would have been not so nice about it. But the Blingabc staff that was doing this orientation with us, he laughed and he muted her and he said, that's okay, I've got a dog too, I know how it is. And then he like started talking about his dog, and a little bit later he went to unmute her. The dog was still barking. He laughed and turned the audio off. I understand that having your dog barking is a serious offense in the online classroom. Like, I get that. But just his like understanding and how nice he was about it. Like, he just laughed and he says, yeah, that's one of the things that happens when you're working from home, you know. I get it. And he laughed and told us about his dog. I was really, really impressed by that because I don't think I've ever seen that kind of thing come from any online company before. I highly recommend, by the way, just to add this in here, I highly recommend to always have a headset that has a mute button. And the reason I say that is because, yes, we are working from home, and yes, things can happen. So personally, I have a dog, I have a cat, I have a mailman that comes, I have FedEx that comes, I have a baby that can cry, I've got 3 kids. Anybody can come knocking at the door at any point in time. Today when I was teaching, the septic guy came. He wanted to test the septic because I had to run an insane amount of water, 300 gallons a day, just to test it. And by the way, I do not use 300 gallons. It's me, a 1-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 6-year-old in this house. So anyways, because things can happen, here I am working on OutSchool, and I've got the septic guy coming in, or the UPS guy coming and dropping something off, or somebody knocking on my door for whatever reason, or my kid bothering me, or, you know, whatever. What?
Can I bother you?
No, you can't bother me. See? If I had a headset on right now, you wouldn't hear her. So that's just a side note. If you're teaching any online class, whether it be with Palfish or OutSchool. Now OutSchool's cool because they use Zoom, so you do have a mute button there, but it's handy to have one on you. But if you're teaching any online class anywhere, whatever, I highly recommend getting a headset that has a mute button somewhere so that you can just quickly press it wherever it is and turn off all of your background noise. I also highly recommend getting something that cancels the noise outside your headphones. So that is my video that you guys have all been requesting about my contract review with Blingabc. I was really impressed with them. I haven't quite decided what I'm doing with my life right now as far as teaching. I'm definitely staying with Palefish. Definitely staying with OutSchool. I just have to decide where or if I want to fit Blingabc into my schedule. They do have a considerably appealing pay. However, they are much less flexible. So you've got some good there, you've got some not so good there, and I know this is going to be asked in the comments. You do need a TESOL certification. If you don't have one, they are currently on sale for $15. The link is in the description box. I haven't seen a sale on these in a really long time. They also require a bachelor's degree. So this company is not one that you would want to work at if you do not have those things. Okay, so that concludes the Blingabc contract review. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot them in the comment box and I will get back to you. And if you have suggestions on what you want to see next for our next video, you can also let me know. If you are interested in selling on Koala Teachers or buying on Koala Teachers, right now I'm really looking for sellers so we can kind of like bulk up the inventory. Right now it's very low, but if you're interested in that, make sure you click the link in the description box as well. And I am looking forward to seeing you guys all in my next video. I will see you all later. Happy teaching, and if you haven't already, make sure you click subscribe to this video. All right, bye guys.